Alright, I gotta talk about this because I just seen the news that Triple H signed a new multi-year deal with WWE. And not only that, they're using AI to help with storylines now. Yeah, we gotta have a real conversation about this. First off, let me say this. Triple H signing a new deal, that's not a bad. Okay, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, but it is at the same time because all he does is book the same damn thing over and over and over. But Triple H signing a new deal, that's not a bad thing. Like, I'm not even going to sit here and act like everything he does is trash, because it's not. When it comes to the bloodline, Triple H cooks. Roman Reigns, the whole bloodline story, Jacob Fatu possibly getting involved, that's cinema. That's the reason a lot of people are even locked in into WWE right now. But here's my problem. Outside of the bloodline, what are we really doing? Be honest, because I feel like every other feud right now is the same thing over and over and over again. Same matches, same people fighting every week. Raw and SmackDown be feeling like a copy and paste sometimes. Like, bro, why am I seeing the same match for 3 weeks straight? Why are we running back feuds with no real story behind them? That's where I got an issue. And now you're telling me they use an AI to help with storylines. I don't know how I feel about that. On one side, I get it. They're using data to see who's popping, what fans like, where people react the most. That's smart business. I'm not mad at that. But at the same time, wrestling ain't supposed to feel like a formula. It's supposed to feel real, unpredictable, emotional. If everything starts being based on numbers and AI, then where's the creativity at? Where's the risk at? You got all these creative directors, and here's the thing, Triple H is not even the only one that be coming up with these plans. But what I'm trying to say is, when you watch the Unreal show, they're in the boardroom trying to create stuff. Hypothetically, all that is probably AI. Where's the risk at? Where's the moments that shock us? Because let's be real, some of the best WWE moments ever weren't planned perfectly. They just happened. So I'm kind of in the middle with this. I'm not fully against it, but I don't want WWE to turn into something that feels robotic. And that's my biggest concern with Triple H right now. Because, like I said, he knows how to book something amazing. The bloodline proves that. But everything else, it's mid. Not terrible, but not memorable either. And that's the problem. Raw and SmackDown right now, let's be honest, they're being carried by the bloodline in big moments, taking that away. What do you really got? That's what WWE's got to fix. I need new rivals, fresh matches, actually stories behind the fights. Not just y'all fighting again. Like, give us something meaningful. Like this, right now with the bloodline, what's going on right now? Jacob Fatu versus Roman. That is, you see it. It's the bread and butter. Basically, what I'm trying to say, it's the bread and butter. When you watch SmackDown and Raw, and you see when the bloodline opens up and closes the show, that's how you know Raw is going to be good. That's always how you know Raw's going to be good. That's how you know SmackDown's going to be good. Because all it is rinse and repeat. And they bring up these NXT stars, and they released Kairi Sane, they released Aleister Black, they released all these other stars. And that's the thing, like, okay, you got to give them a chance, bro. You don't have nothing planned to book with them. So why find a story? You had Kairi Sane in a story that was actually interesting, everybody was interested in, and we're kind of still interested in it. But at the same time, we're not no more because you took long to pull the trigger on Io versus Asuka. And I know Io's gonna win, and I know Kairi Sane might come back and betray Asuka. But I'm not gonna lie, I want to hear from y'all. Do y'all think Triple H is doing a good job right now, or is WWE getting repeatedly? And how y'all feel about AI being used in storylines? Because this right here, this could either make WWE better or mess everything up. And to keep in mind, with the TKO stuff, and I got a whole video about that, that's going to be the bread and butter, boy. And I'm not trying to tell y'all right now what I'm about to plan, But what I'm saying is, this video about to be 5 minutes long because I'm about to go on a fucking rant about this shit. Because Triple H, you could book some shit better. How the hell can you book the Bloodline good, but can't book the fucking, what that shit called? Ethan Page versus Javon Evans. What to do? We seen that in NXT. It's a good match. It's all good and shit. But dude, who wants to see that on Raw? I'm actually interested in what Ethan Page is gonna do. Javon Evans was on Raw for a good. He's on Raw for a good while right now, and somehow he's losing to Ethan Page. OMG. Use your creative brains. Quit using AI. You don't have to use AI. Just book better, Triple H. You signed a whole multi-year deal for 7 years. Book better. It's not that hard. Some people don't even want to watch the product anymore because you're terrible at booking. The only thing you're good at booking is the Bloodline, which is we appreciate you doing the Bloodline, but still, and I like the different story they're telling now right now on the Bloodline. I like how they're like, Roman's listening to him, listening to Jay and Jimmy. He's asking them for advice. This is the babyface Bloodline though. This is the first family. The Unwadi family. What I got to say with that is, Triple H, can you please book other matches better? Book the story better. You know, we've been in the Judgment Day feud for like years now. They just now trying to get to the part where they want to turn Roxanne face. And where they want to turn, yeah. And get to the point with this stuff, bro. This shit, it gets to a point, WWE. It gets to a fucking point. Come on, man, bro. Do your job. Help us out. We really like your video. I mean, we really like your company. We really watch you. We really... Like, dude, you're paying $68 for tickets for a SmackDown when you can watch it for free at home. Which actually makes sense, but it's like, really, dudes? Lower your prices. Triple H booking... Dude, who did he book that was terrible, bro? It was really this bad. You ruined a lot of wrestlers. Like, you buried LA Knight. LA Knight could have won his World Heavyweight Champion. Won the World Heavyweight Championship a long time ago. Dude, I booked him terrible. You booked Gunther terrible. You booked Aleister Black terrible. You booked all these people terrible, and it's like, okay, they're getting screwed. But some people in WWE are scared to speak up. Roman Reigns, he spoke up. He gave him 2 years. Now he's heavyweight champion. Now he's world heavyweight champion. And when you see Roman Reigns get that title, and he's heavyweight champion, when you see him get that title and be world heavyweight champion, he is elevating SmackDown and Raw right now. And that's why it's so good right now. That's why Raw and SmackDown are good right now. Because without Roman Reigns being on the map, they don't know how to book nothing else. They only know how to book the Bloodline good. Let's be honest. You booked John Cena's retirement tour. Terrible. You had him lose to Brock Lesnar. Again. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Turn on post notifications. This shit really 8 minutes long now. I'm out. Peace. Oh, yeah. 1 letter, 4 words. Yeah.